Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? Well, welcome to our summer schedule. We're going to kick things off by combining a famous effective drawing exercise with some minions. Well, to be more accurate, one minion, Stewart, drawn in several poses. The drawing exercise I'm referring to is known as the half-filled flour sack exercise, used by Disney animators to sharpen their drawing skills, starting back in the 1930s. The idea was to draw a featureless sack of flour in a way that portrayed various simple gestures, poses, or emotions without the benefit of faces or limbs. In that original Disney version of the exercise, the animators had to portray that flour sack showing joy, sadness, laughter, pride, curiosity, to name just a few. I'm going to walk you through 3 of those poses, and then we're going to try to pose Stewart using what we've learned from our flour sack poses. Anyway, before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Alright, let's draw our Disney flour sack exercise using Stewart from the movie Minions, The Rise of Gru. Okay, so what we're going to do is pick 3 of the poses or gestures from the original Disney flour sack exercise: joy, sadness, and embarrassment or shyness. In all 3 separate sections, we'll start by drawing the flour sack in that pose, and then try to draw our minion Stewart in a very similar pose. The addition of Stewart's facial features and limbs should strengthen the pose or gesture and make it more evident what it is portraying. We'll start with a drawing of joy. Think of the emotion or expression a child makes when their team just won a game or they just got great news, and then draw it. Start first with a joyful sack of flour, and then joyful minion Stewart. Alright, so let's draw joy. Okay, so there is our portrayal of joy using the Disney flour sack exercise pose, and then minion Stewart. Next, we're going to try sadness, sort of the opposite of what we just drew, right? What does a child look like when they have just lost a game or gotten sad news? Turn up the emotional meter to the point where they may be about to cry. What would that pose look like? Once again, we'll start by drawing that pose using a sad sack of flour, and then draw a sad Stewart. Okay, so let's draw sad. Okay, so there's our illustration of sad using the Disney flour sack exercise pose and our minion Stewart. So let's try one more. This time we'll illustrate the emotion or expression of embarrassment or shyness. This one's probably a little more subtle than the first two. Think about what a young child looks like when they're being shy. It's similar to being embarrassed. They may turn their head or their body a bit to the side, hold their arm in front of their body, maybe cross their feet or fidget with them. So let's try that first with our flour sack and then with Stewart. Let's draw shy or embarrassed. Alrighty, there you have it. A quick version of the famous Disney flour sack exercise using our minion Stewart from the smash hit movie Minions, The Rise of Gru. So how do you think you did? Understand if you've never drawn the Disney flour sack exercise before, or drawn our minion Stewart before, then you can't expect to have drawn it perfectly. You'll notice I don't spend time coloring Stewart during this video, because I want my lesson to focus solely on the drawing process. Now you have the secret formula, the process for drawing Stewart in some of these different poses and gestures. And with that, you can draw him again and again. By all means, color him when you're done. I also want to encourage you to try other emotions or gestures, starting with that simple flour sack, and then Stewart, or some other character. It certainly doesn't have to be a minion. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, click on the link below for my free 4-part drawing series, where I spend more time explaining the details and the thinking behind each step in what I call the level up cartooning process. So I'd love to see your flour sack exercise drawings, as well as Stewart. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram, and don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you got something out of this exercise and had fun with it. Remember to subscribe, and thanks for joining me. Until next time, keep drawing, my friends.